Hello, dear friends. I have tried to avoid cumbersome explanations in the interpretation of the Mayan New Year. Opinion piece. Mayan New Year. There are movements. Busy end of month. White Overtone wizard. Wavespell of the dog. Connection with nature. Renewal and transformation. Saturn in Pisces does his thing. Emotional and spiritual healing. Growth in spirituality. Change in collective consciousness. Discovery of ancient wisdom. Inner wisdom, magic and transformation. Exploration of new beliefs and philosophies. Let's start. The Mayan New Year of the White Overtone magician, the Wavespell of the dog, with Saturn in Pisces, began last Wednesday, July 26th, and runs until on July 24th, 2024. According to the famous Maya calendar of the 13 months popularized by José Argüelles, known as the Tzolk'in. This new year is made up of 364 days because the 13 months of the year are counted and each one lasts 28 days. Since then, there have been confusing interpretations about this new cycle that has begun, and I am going to try to simplify as much as possible to avoid confusion. The magician. When a new Mayan year begins, the first thing we can specify in the main lunar seal with its specific tone. The White Overtone wizard is one of the 20 solar seals in the Mayan calendar. Each solar seal has its own meaning and represents a particular energy. The white-toned magician represents a year with energy related to intelligence, inner wisdom, magic and transformation. It is a year to make decisions and act with knowledge and understanding. It can also be related to spiritual connection and mental clarity, as well as the ability to manifest or bring things to life through knowledge and understanding. The Overtone term refers to the number of the day in the Mayan calendar. There are 13 numbers, and each number has a specific quality associated with it. The Overtone number is associated with movement, action, and decision-making. It is a year to find balance and harmony through action and initiative. The adjective white in the context of the Mayan calendar represents the color and energy associated with this year. In the Mayan tradition, the color white can symbolize purity, mental clarity, and spiritual connection. By combining the 30 numbers with the 20 solar seals, each combination represents a cycle with unique energy and characteristics. The magician is one of the 20 solar seals in the Mayan calendar. Each solar seal has its own meaning and represents a particular energy. The dog. The Wavespell of the dog is one of the 13-day cycles within the Maya calendar. Each Wavespell is made up of 13 days and is associated with a specific solar seal, which gives it particular energy and characteristics. The dog is one of the 20 solar seals in the Mayan calendar and is associated with certain qualities and attributes. In the Mayan tradition, the dog represents loyalty, friendship, protection, and companionship. He is also related to unconditional love and emotional connection. The dog is considered a spiritual guide that can help us stay true to ourselves and others, showing us the way to harmony and solidarity. During the Wavespell of the dog, these themes and energies associated with the solar seal of the dog are intensified, and it is considered an auspicious period to cultivate loyalty, friendship, and connection with others. It can be a good time to reflect on our personal relationships and how we can be more compassionate and supportive to others. Each day within the Wavespell of the dog will have a variation of these general energies, since it is combined with the number of the day. which goes from 1 to 13, and also with other solar seals that follow one another in the cycle. Each combination of day and sun adds a unique dimension to the energy of the day. Definition. The Mayan 13-moon calendar, popularized by José Argüelles, is a modern interpretation of the traditional Mayan calendar, which has been adapted for use in the context of the contemporary world. José Argüelles, writer, artist, and scholar, was one of the main promoters of this calendar and presented it in his book The Mayan Factor, published in 1987. The Mayan 30-moon calendar is a simplified version of the traditional Mayan calendar, known as Tzolk'in, which is a cyclical and sacred system consisting of 260 days. In contrast, the 13-moon calendar is made up of 30 months or moons of 28 days each, for a total of 364 days. The remaining day is called the Day Out of Time, and is considered a special day of meditation and celebration, which falls on July 25th in the Gregorian calendar. The main objective of the 13-moon calendar is to harmonize our life with the natural cycles and synchronize with the energy of the Earth and the cosmos. Each 28-day lunar month corresponds to a specific solar seal, based on the 20 solar seals excuse me, allergy. Based on the 20 solar seals of the traditional Mayan calendar. Each solar seal has a particular quality of energy associated with it, allowing people to tune in to different aspects of themselves and the universe throughout the year. In addition, this calendar is also synchronized with the Gregorian calendar, making it easy to integrate into daily life. It is believed that by following the 13-moon calendar, one can experience benefits such as a greater spiritual connection, greater harmony with nature, and a greater sense of purpose in life. Saturn's position in Pisces may imply the need to balance emotional sensibility with the ability to set limits and structure in life. It can indicate a period when people will face emotional challenges and learn lessons related to compassion, empathy, and self-discipline. It can also be a propitious time to explore spirituality and the connection with the transcendental. In astrology, Saturn is known as the Great Malefic or the Master of Karma, due to its association with lessons, responsibilities, limitations, and restrictions. It is also considered the planet that rules structure, discipline, persistence, and the sense of reality. Saturn's position in the zodiac, in this case in Pisces, influences how this energy manifests itself in people's lives or in the astrological configuration in general. Pisces, on the other hand, is the last sign of the zodiac and is associated with compassion, sensitivity, imagination, and spirituality. Pisces is a water sign and is related to the emotional world and intuition. People with a strong Pisces influence in their birth chart are often considered dreamers, empathetic, and spiritual. When Saturn is in Pisces, these planetary energies and the qualities of the sign can combine and affect people or situations in a variety of ways, depending on Saturn's specific position in the sign and its relationship to other planets and aspects in the chart astral. Summary. Renewal and transformation. It represents an opportunity for this new cycle to bring with it a feeling of renewal and change, both personally and globally. It will be a propitious period to leave the old behind and embrace the present with all its opportunities and perspective. Connection with nature. The Mayan calendar is deeply connected with nature, so it is expected that there will be a greater focus on the connection with the earth and the importance of living in harmony with our environment. There may be a greater interest in spiritual and ecological practices that honor and protect nature. emotional and spiritual healing. This is a fundamental part of personal growth and self-love. In this new year, many people are expected to embark on a journey of inner healing, releasing all wounds and finding peace and balance in their lives. Discovery of ancestral wisdom. The Mayan calendar contains a rich ancestral wisdom that can be explored and rediscovered in this new cycle. It is expected that there will be an increase in interest in Mayan traditions and teachings, as well as in other indigenous cultures and their ancestral knowledge. Change in the collective consciousness. The beginning of a new cycle in the Mayan calendar can bring with it a change in the collective consciousness. It is expected that there will be a greater awareness on topics such as ecology, spirituality, social justice, and the connection between all living beings. Exploration of new beliefs and philosophies. With the start of a new cycle, many people may feel drawn to explore new beliefs and philosophies. There may be an increased search for spiritual answers and increased interest in issues related to the meaning of life and personal purpose. Growth of spirituality. As part of a greater connection with the spiritual, it is expected that there will be a growth in the practice of spirituality and interest in astrology. Many people can seek guidance and understanding through these age-old disciplines. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.